African Focus. African Focus Show.
You ready? Welcome to the African Focus Show. I am your host, Nicole Simpson, and I have the African Focus team with me. Hey, guys. You are listening to LA's best African Focus show. We're coming to you live from our studios in Los Angeles, and I have the nice man with me, Mr. DJ Nice.
What's up, people?
What's up, what's up?
Today's show.
We have a gentleman sitting in with us today as our co-host, Mr. Inye. Say hi to the people.
What's going on? Hey, what's good?
We have our executive producer roaming the hallways, Mr. Uchenna. We have our producer with us today, Miss Noma. And our technician is Paulina. Later on, we'll be introducing you to our special guest. But right now, we would like you to take a minute, go to your Twitter, go to your text, go to your Instagram, your Periscope, your computer.
Periscope.
Yes.
There you go.
Whatever social media you have, go to all of them and tell your friends that African Focus is on the air. And our number to call in is 323-965-1600. Before we get rolling to bring you an hour of fun, information, laughter, and the hot topic is so hot. We're going to take a moment to thank our sponsors for keeping us on the air, right, Paulina?
And today's sponsors, Eric Airlines. For all your African travel experience, fly Eric Airlines and experience first-class hospitality. We'd like to also thank MoneyGram International for offering the most reliable and inexpensive way to send money to your loved ones in Africa, the Caribbean, and as well as here in the States. We want to say much love and appreciation to them for their continued support. Ethiopian Airlines, the new spirit of Africa. It's more than a clever slogan, it's the driving force that touches every aspect of Ethiopian Airlines. Modern fleet, stringent maintenance standards, and responsive customer service are hallmarks of Ethiopian Airlines today.
Welcome back to the African Focus Show Live. We bring you greetings from the continent of Africa. We bring you greetings from the blue-green waters of the Caribbean island.
Yes,
and we
sir.
bring you greetings from our home place now, the United States of America. As you know, the African Focus Show is all about the African family. About food, it's about love, it's about culture, travel, information. And we have the spicy Let's Talk discussion. So sit back, relax, and enjoy the African Focus Show. Right, Inye?
Yeah.
In studio today, we have a very special lady with us. Her name is Pretty Upala. And she's an actress, she's a producer, she's an entrepreneur. Her resume can go on for about 10 pages, but we're going to introduce you to her now and have her tell you some of herself. Welcome to our studios, Miss Pretty.
Welcome. Namaste. I am so honored to be here. Wow, what a gift, what a blessing. I feel blessed today. Thank you.
We're happy to have you here. Going through your resume, I was like, okay, I want to do that. I want to live in Paris. I want to live in Australia. My dreams, and LA will always be my base. Tell us, you were born where?
I was born in Dubai, in the United Arab Emirates, and my parents had moved there well before I was born. So it was, a lot of these things I think that have happened in my life it's destined, it's destiny, and I really believe that in fate and destiny. So it's not of my doing. These wonderful things just were meant to happen, I guess. They were on my path. So, grew up in the Middle East. It's a wonderful experience. I have such a unique taste of it. I know here in the States people have mixed reviews and mixed messages about, Arab world and Middle East and all that. But I think for somebody who's grown up there and lived there for 15 years of their life, really breathed, the essence of that land. I have a very different take to it, and I only see the beauty and the hospitality and the warmth of it. And it would be nice for the world to see that side of it too. And some of my future projects touch on that. So I'm very excited to be doing that.
Yes, I've heard that from. I have a couple of friends from Iran, and one from Iraq, and they say the same thing, that it's such a different view from where the way they see it.
If only people knew the truth of the place.
Right. So you were born there, and you grew up, and you also did Paris and Sydney.
Yes, my dad worked for a French company for much of his time in the Middle East. So after 15 years over there, he got a wonderful opportunity to work there for a short while, and it was an adventure. So we moved there. It was a great experience, and after that, we immigrated to Australia.
And you started college at 16.
Yes.
And you got a scholarship for your PhD at 20.
Yes.
Okay, miracle child, talk to me.
I did win a scholarship to study at university. At the age of 20, I had graduated from 2 degrees, one in IT and one in marketing. And just a few weeks before graduation, my associate professor had called me, and she said, she offered me this amazing opportunity to carry on and do her research project. So that would have been the PhD. So she just, gave it to me on the table, and I sort of thought about it, but it wasn't my path at the time. So I stuck to my guns. I listened to my heart, and I turned that down. So I sometimes I think about that decision, but I know that whatever happened was meant to happen in the way that it happened. So yeah, but I loved university so much.
And you were in the investment banking?
Yes. So my degrees were clearly steering me to a corporate role. And so I started in management consulting companies. I love traveling. That's one of my biggest passions in life. So, as a consultant, you do get to travel and work on projects all around the world.
Right.
So that was very exciting for me. So I did that. I was very, very young. And then I moved on to the investment banking after consulting. So it was very interesting experiences, yeah.
And how did that cross over into acting?
Wow, I think acting was really an accident. It's never something that I dreamt of or wanted to do as a child. I didn't study drama or anything artistic in school. I was very much a science and a technology kind of person.
A bookworm kind of girl.
Yeah, but I loved languages. I loved English. I speak several languages, and I love literature and all that. I've been writing my whole life, and I love books and reading. But at around a few years into my corporate career, I always joke. I say I had a midlife crisis at the age of 22 or 23 because that's when my whole the world came crumbling down, as it does when you do have a midlife crisis. You really start questioning your choices in life and your decisions and your path. I think somewhere along the way I'm an old soul because from a very young age I'm experiencing things that people experience when they're a lot older, in their 40s and 50s. So it can be actually very challenging and traumatic for me because as a young person you're not equipped. Like, what is all this stuff and all this spiritual stuff and all this disappointment and disillusionment? It shouldn't be there, but why is it there? So I did a lot of soul searching. My spiritual journey took off around the same time. I think I truly believe that they're tied in together.
Right.
And I joined a meditation group, and in the meditation they always asked us to really go deep within and dig deep and find out your true purpose in life. And when I did that,
you joined that at 22?
I was very young when I started.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
And that's I know people who have started a lot younger than I have, and I grew up in a very spiritual household. My dad always practiced yoga. He taught us that, and he was such a good, holy person,
I always think, especially things like yoga and meditation, if more kids knew that at a younger age, life and the world would be such a different place.
It would be, because you would be authentic, you would be true to yourself, you would be full of love and light. And if the whole world is doing that, you can only imagine the
what
outcome.
a place it would be.
But
right, DJ?
But
Yep. I
it's
got a question for her when
Yes.
she's done
Yeah, me
spiritual
too.
stuff.
I got a couple questions.
It's only in the darkness that the light shines, and that's the karmic pattern of the world as it is. So during, after that deep, intense meditations, I think my true purpose was, it just started coming out like, oh, this is what I really wanted to do. And when I was like 5 and 6, I was so fascinated with movies and film. And I think my mother later on, she told me, when you would see the commercials and you would say, I want to be doing that. I want to sell, I want to be, and I didn't even, these things had crossed my memory. I didn't even remember it. It was, but it was there. It was there all along. I just never pursued it. But at a certain point in my life, it did come out, and I had an opportunity. I said, you know what, life is short. I can do this now. I don't want any regrets. So I made a very, very courageous decision in my heart to go for it. And I just did, and as soon as I made that decision, life started changing. All miracles, magical. It was a ripple effect. Doors started opening up that I didn't even know about. And that they were all signs that I'm on the right track. And I'm a big believer in omens and signs.
Right.
Okay. Well, let me ask you a question about your experience in Dubai.
Yes.
I know you say you lived there for 15
Yes.
years. So I've heard that the ladies dress in a different way.
Uh-huh.
How do they dress?
I dress like this in Dubai, and so do most people. So Dubai and the Emirates is the most liberal country in the Middle East, where you can dress like this as you would here.
Okay.
Now in other countries, you have to cover up. You have to wear a burqa.
So Dubai, you don't have to
Dubai,
cover.
you don't have to. So it's it's really a special thing that you can go there and enjoy the Arabian way of life, and yet you can keep your culture and keep the way that you are. You don't have to give up anything. That's why it's full of expatriates and people from all over the world, including America, and Australia, and the UK, and Europe. They love it,
Now, listening to you, I feel, you're very spiritual. I'm a Taurus. What can you tell me?
So you're talking about astrology. That is another topic of that's another passionate subjects that I'm so passionate. Taurus people, oh my God, they are so, they're stable, they are grounded, practical, love beautiful things, love luxury, love to eat, probably very good cooks.
Nicole, are you
They have a
listening?
great voice, they like
I know
music.
she's not describing you.
Well dressed, very, very stylish, very fashionable, very
See?
reliable. There you go. A little bit moody though, a little bit stubborn, not
How
easy.
about judgmental?
A little bit fixed, They have their way and they don't really want to change.
Hey,
that,
nice. There's nothing that covers everybody.
That's true. These are our archetypes.
She just didn't describe you.
But
Right,
you have to look at the rising sign. Really, that really describes the appearance of a person and their personality. The sun sign, astrology is interesting. You have to look at the whole chart in its totality to really identify a person.
So do you do palm meridian and stuff? Or?
No, but I do astrology. It's funny. It just came into my life. It was, another one of, like everything else in my life, it's not something I was looking for. It came my path, which it's again a gift from the divine. And I know I've done it in past lives, and I really feel it. It was a gift. And I do Indian astrology, which is very complex. I also do Western astrology, which is also very valid.
Oh, I need to get mine now.
Yeah, it's very, and it's funny, I'm in the entertainment business and I've done all these other things, but I have this side thing that I do with the astrology, and there was a time when I had a lot of clients. I didn't look for them; people just started coming, and I was doing hundreds and hundreds of readings, and I even had some well-known people. I'm like, wow, this is interesting. But I know that it's not my main dharma.
Yeah, but it can be a side career.
Absolutely, and you help through. It's a spiritual tool that you can truly help people through.
Wow.
It's like a healing modality. So yeah.
No, I was just gonna ask. I was reading a bio and it said that you've lived in about 50. Well, you've been to about
Yes.
50 countries.
Yeah, I have. I'm very proud of that.
So you seem to be you are a spiritual person. So how has that shaped your spiritual journey? Going to all these different places, has that changed the way you view things? And you probably started off having a certain type of view, and then after you've been to all these different places, you probably have a different view now, probably.
Absolutely. That is a very great question and a great observation as well. I think traveling is the most wonderful thing you can do, and I encourage everybody to go. I have been to 50 countries, and most of them I've been alone. And if you have the guts to do it, I would say travel alone, because miracles happen then. And you're free. You're a free spirit. You can do whatever you want. You can go wherever you want. You can be spontaneous. You can be in the moment. You can be present. You can go where you're divinely guided to move. Whereas in a group or even with another person, if they don't want to go there, you might miss out on meeting someone new, making a new contact, or having that experience. And also with me, along the way, I've always met people and made friends, and when I travel, it's always spontaneous and it's on the fly. I don't think in my life I have ever booked accommodation before I go somewhere. I usually book the ticket a few days. I land there and I literally have no place to go, and I'm like, yes, come on, baby, let's do it. And the most amazing things happen. Like, I'll meet somebody who's sat next to me on the plane, and he was exactly the right person because he was going where I wanted to go, and these things I'm writing a book actually about my life travels, because there's so many magical stories. But getting back to your question, it opens your eyes. You see humanity. You also see the similarities. I think when you go to all these people, you think, wow, they're all human. They're all spiritual beings. They're all the same. They all want to be loved. They all want to be respected. They want to be understood, nurtured. They want compassion. And from a Western person, they all want the same things. So it's wonderful to see the similarities.
Is there anything that kind of sticks out to you now that you've traveled a lot? You've seen a lot of stuff. Is there, like, have you noticed that you have an affinity for certain types of things, and like maybe this is something that I never really realized that I like just by traveling a lot, how much you've seen and things that you've done and people have you met?
Let's see. I think retreats are great. I was never into the group thing and going to a place for 10 days. That's not my thing. I'm too dynamic for that. But in Thailand, that Southeast Asia is a great place for that. They have lots of wonderful retreats in the mountains, in the forests, and I've done a lot of that, and I wasn't really into that before. So it really changed my life, and doing the whole process with a bunch of people.
And has your traveling taken you to Africa?
It's my dream. I have not been there. I've been to Northern Africa. I've been to Egypt, but not South Africa, and not Africa, not East or West Africa. So it's my dream, and I am a magical manifester. So I know that I'm manifesting it as I speak. I know this trip is happening.
Okay.
The angels
it's
are
magically happening to take you to my house.
I am going to need you to manifest some stuff for me. But before we wrap it up, can you tell us, what do you do for fun?
Salsa. I love dancing. I love music. Traveling. I would.
Nicole, are you wrapping up the segment, or are you wrapping up her interview? There's a lot of questions coming from Facebook. I need to answer.
Oh, okay.
Ooh, okay.
Well, are we going to keep going, or are you going to go to break?
We can go to
Okay, let's
Hey,
go.
you know this question has to come. They want to know if you're single.
I get in line. No, I'm just kidding. There's all these admirers around the world. Okay. But I'm super picky. I'm looking for
All right, fellas, she's single. Listen to what
Mr.
she
Perfect
wants.
with the whole package.
Okay.
I know he exists. And I'm not going to settle for second best, and I'm not holding out. So, yeah.
Okay.
I'm worth it.
All right, cool. So with all these traveling, if a guy's here in Los Angeles and wants you to be here, how's that gonna work out?
That's a good question. It comes back to trust and loyalty, of course. I'm a very loyal person. I think somebody who truly loves you and cares about you wants you to fly, wants you to go out there, be who you are, do something big in the world. So I have to be a good picker. I think that's my biggest role, and I think someone said that the best career decision that a woman can ever make is the man that she chooses to marry, because he will have the biggest effect on her life and her career and what she ends up doing in the world for the long run. She might give up something because, and that's okay, but
not having someone who is supportive and
who doesn't appreciate the rare qualities that you have. If he's looking for a housewife and you're this dynamic person who wants to change the world, it's if you love him, of course you will sacrifice, and that's beautiful too. But I think the universe will miss out on some
Right.
of the gift that you were.
And you don't want to live your life regretting.
No.
We are going to take a break right now, and we will be right back.
African Focus. African Focus Show. African Focus. African Focus Show.
Welcome back to the African Focus Show Live. We have the crew here, and we are going to wrap up our interview portion with Miss Pretty. We thank you so much for being with us. We have learned some, and as we were discussing off mic, traveling is such an important part of anybody's life. If you can, please do it. It makes you more tolerant of other people, other cultures. You learn so much. If you're open, don't do what a lot of Americans do. They go to Europe and they want to go to Burger King and McDonald's. You travel, try the food, try the culture, try the music, learn as much as you can. My last question for you is, how many languages do you speak and what are they?
I speak 5 languages. Of course, English. I speak Hindi, Urdu, a little bit of Arabic, and Telugu, which is my my mother's mother tongue, I suppose. I grew up listening to it when I was from home, so I learned it at home. And I'm trying to learn French because I go there so often. So I must.
Well, we wish you so much success, and you have the cover of LA Fashion Judge magazine. Here's a pretty picture of Pretty on there.
Thank you so much. It's such an honor to be here. So I feel so blessed.
So you are listening to the African Focus Show Live, and we want to thank our sponsors, Eric Airlines, MoneyGram, and Egyptian Airlines. What we would like you to do, Ethiopian Airlines and Arik Airlines, get on your phone and book a trip with them. Tell them you appreciate them keeping us on the air. And if you want to send somebody money, check MoneyGram out. If you don't have anybody to send money to, call me. I'll give you my information so you can send me some money. Right now, we're going to switch over to our Let's Talk segment. And this is where we throw a topic out that will show you that Mr. Nice isn't anything as you described. But today he might, because our topic here, our first topic is how to keep negative people out of your life or toxic people out of your life. And there are like 7 things we were looking at online that, help us to keep these people out of our lives. Miss Franny B is joining us. Welcome, Franny.
What's up, Franny?
And we're going to ask Miss Pretty to stay with us and jumping on the topics. The first one is the manipulative personality, and the second one is the narcissist. And the reason why we would like to keep these people out of our lives is because usually everything is always about them. The manipulative person manipulates you to do what they want you to do. The narcissist does the same thing, but they don't manipulate. They come out front and say, me, pay attention, me. What do you think, Franny?
Yeah, definitely not a fan of both those types of people.
If you're not yourself, right?
Yeah, that's true.
Definitely, I can't be either of the two. It's just not healthy, period. But I definitely think the more harmful one is the manipulative type of person,
Right.
because those people are very smart and cunning and can usually, make you do things just with their words or their actions, and, you kind of lose yourself in what they have going on. So if you have somebody like that around you, I suggest you just kind of take a step back from them, or honestly you can confront them about it, because sometimes people have characteristics that they're not aware of if you don't bring it up to them. So that's what I would do personally. But if that's just them, then chuck up the deuces and call it a day.
Yeah. Daniel?
I think it's just about knowing your friends and knowing the people that you interact with and knowing yourself. And I think if you're a manipulator, at least as long as I know that's what you are, then I have to assess the fact if I'm going to be your friend, if I'm going to keep a certain amount of space from you, So it all depends on what you're trying to do and your relationship with that person. Because what if the manipulator is your mother or your sister? You're going to have to find a way to, deal with
them as far away from you as you can.
So you gotta learn how to deal with people sometimes, but also respecting yourself and giving yourself space, because you gotta protect your energy.
What would you do, Mr. Knight?
Well, first off, if I have friends or family around me, they will tell you I have no problem telling you what I feel like. Like, I don't care how you gonna feel. If I feel like you're trying to manipulate me, I'm gonna let you know. So I'm not the type that will like sugarcoat it. I'm just gonna come straight forward and I'll let you know. Just like I told you, Nicole, don't take this, sand to the beach. Straightforward. However you take it, it's fine. It's rather me telling you than me just gonna go in the back and just, cry and moan about it. So if I can't deal with the fact that I can come to my friend and tell him, I don't like the way you treated me, then he can't be my friend. I want to be open, very plain. I'm so plain.
How do you handle that, Franny? Pretty.
Oh, so firstly, every human being has some level of narcissism in them. It's a human quality, but there is there is a medical or psychological condition called narcissistic personality disorder, which, by the way, is on the rise. And it's a clinical, you can test
Instagram.
this.
Oh, you can
Exactly. Those are tendencies, that you can watch out for. But I think the most important thing is to not judge them, because then you actually become that. You start judging. You become the very thing that you're resisting or judging. So you have to give them your forgiveness or your gratitude that they're there, because everyone is a teacher, and these people are the biggest teachers. Because you learn how not to be, and often what triggers you, like what you don't like in another person, is a quality in yourself that you haven't healed, that you haven't resolved, that used to be there or that still is. So the world is a mirror, I always say. It's not out there. It's not happening out there. It's happening in here. So look within and see what's going on. And you can see this in narcissism too, because they don't, they would never admit. They're like, no, I'm not narcissistic, you know, and even the biggest ones are like that. So you gotta watch out for those.
This lady has to be at least 60 years old.
That bug.
Well, you know, the thing is, as Franny said, the manipulative person really is probably even worse than the narcissist, because the narcissist comes right out and tell you what they're doing. The manipulative person, because I see people do that, they act like they care or they're helping you, but they're trying to run your life. What I do with people is, you have friends at different levels. If you're a certain way and I like you, you're my friend, but I know you're not going to be in my inner circle, or I'm not going to share certain things with you or whatever. So I don't try to change people, because I've learned you can change, but you have to want to change. And it's not my duty to go around and try to change people. If we are good friends, I'll sit down and say, because I don't believe in dropping hints, I'll sit down and say, you know, pretty, I think this is going on and I feel a certain way. Because what I feel is authentic. You can't tell me that's not what I'm feeling. I may be wrong, but you can't tell me that's not what I'm feeling. And if I notice that it's not changing, I put you in a category.
Yeah.
The next one we have is the judgmental person, that they appoint themselves judge and jury over everyone. And if you find something beautiful or whatever, they judge you as to why you're doing that. And then we have the dream killer, the people you share your dreams with. Inye, who do you share your dreams with?
My mama, my dad, my close friends, if that, nobody. You know, because, you know, they gotta protect your dreams. You can't be telling everybody what I'm really trying to do, because, you know, this is like, are you trying to do that? Everybody trying to do that, you know? Everything, you know, you trying to do what everybody trying to do. You trying to be a singer, please, you know? And what if that's what I really want to do, and that's really my life's goal, and you just walked all over my dream, and just, you know, that hurts. So you got to protect that. So that's why I don't even tell people what I'm really doing, you know, because people have to respect and honor that, and I can't expect everybody to do that. So.
You know, all of the spiritual leaders say that you need to be really careful when it comes to your dreams, because sometimes if you're not strong enough and you mention to somebody, you know, I have this dream or I want to do this, and they really knock you down, you may never pursue it again.
Right.
Who do you share your dreams with, Franny?
Honestly, I'm very spiritual. I share my dreams with God, just because, just like you said, a lot of people want to have something to say about what you want to do and how you do it, even if they have not one clue about what it takes to get there, to do it. They just want to speak on it just because they want to say something. So honestly, I've just learned through experience that if you're really passionate about something, nobody is going to understand or feel as passionate about it as you. So keep it to yourself. You know, meditate on it by yourself, because at the end of the day, depending on, you know, like how strong-minded you are, somebody could really knock that dream down for you or discourage you, you know, and you may not know it, but you may start acting on what they're saying just because you let that come into your ear, you let that energy take you over, and now, you know, without knowing it, you're acting like that. So I just pray about my dreams. You know, I have a vision board that I see every morning. I keep good quotes around me. You know what I mean? I just surround myself with what I want to be and take that in and try and keep everybody else out so that I can focus on me and my dreams.
You know, when I was dreaming about coming to America, it was totally impossible. I had no money, no connections, no anything. And two people that I thought were my good friends, I would share with them how I see myself in, you know, New York City and whatever. And I remember them laughing at me so hard. I remember one person fell off the bed, they were laughing. It's like, Nicole wants to go to America, and it was so impossible that you really start to doubt yourself. And it's the same thing when I came to America and I saw Johnny Carson and I wanted to do comedy. And I didn't until I came out to LA many years later, and I was dating this guy, and I said to him, oh, I am considering doing comedy, expecting him to just laugh me to. He was like, you should go for it. And that made such a difference, because I've often wondered if because he had a big influence on me, if he had given me a different answer, how would it go? So, DJ, you had a dream and you shared it with somebody, and they said?
I don't really share, because just like what Franny was saying, and Inge also touched on it, there's a lot of people out there that, unless you really know them and know where they're going in life, and you think that they might be going the same way as you want to go, you don't want to share, those kind of dreams with them, because they might not have an interest in it, and like everybody said, they might knock you down and you might not even pursue it. When I wanted to be a DJ, I just went to 2-3 different parties, and I felt like the DJ sucked, and I was like, okay, I can do way much better than this. I didn't talk to anybody about it, but now I'm well famous DJ. Yeah, nice,
Now you're so nice. Now you've had a lot of dreams. Who have you shared them with?
It's so interesting. You have to honor your dreams, because the ones who don't support it are those who don't believe in themselves, and they don't believe in their own dreams, and they don't think that it's possible for themselves. So they think, how could it possibly be real for you, because this isn't going to happen for me. So you have to, of course, be discerning about your friends and your acquaintances and people that you meet and all that. I think for me it's a little bit different, because my voice is my biggest gift, I really believe. So I openly express my dreams and my desires and my intentions, and I do a lot of writing and public speaking, and I come from the heart, and I do speak out my truth. But growing up, I think I was and I'm still very introvert, very quiet, reserved. So all things in my heart and in my mind, I didn't share in the family, but I took action. I worked on them. Now I think a very different, introverted, but I support youth more. So I share my dreams with the world, because it'll have a ripple effect and it'll catch on.
Putting it out there.
Yeah, totally.
So the last two we have is the disrespectful personality and the never enough personality. Well, Mr. Nice, we know what you will do with people who are disrespectful. Tell us.
You sat here with me for months. You know what I'll do. I'll just, I'll let you know.
The listeners
one, nobody walks over me. No. I don't care who you are. You don't walk over me. I don't care if you put food on my or whatever. I'm gonna let you know. So that's an easy one for me. I'll confront anybody. Anyhow, if you don't like it, then change your attitude. We'll be fine, But if your attitude stink, I'll let you know. Now, especially not towards me. Take it to someone else. And even that, if that person can't defend himself, I'll probably let it,
Jump in.
You know what? That's not how you treat another person.
Franny, how do you treat the person who you do a lot for them, with them, but it's never enough? They keep expecting more and more from you.
Oh, that's an interesting one, because when you said that, somebody came to mind. I won't say who, but I feel like that type of person can sometimes be looked at in the wrong light, because sometimes when people expect a lot from you, but it's never enough, it might be a loved one that's trying to push you because they think so highly of you that they have expectations. Okay, yeah, you got to be on this test, but I know you can get an A. Meanwhile, you're thinking, what do you mean? I worked my butt off to get this, but they just think so highly of you that you're capable of doing more. And maybe it's out of love that they're trying to push you.
No, they want from you.
Different, though.
They want it.
That's a motivation.
You said what?
They want you to do stuff for them.
Oh, for
It's
them.
not about you. It's about them again.
But it's never enough. Oh, okay, got you. Yeah, that can definitely be draining in that sense. That's not good. If you're always putting your best foot forward and it's never enough for them, you have
give
to
me a ride to the airport. Can you take me to the grocery store? Do you have any X, Y, and Z?
I'm a giver, so those things don't bother me as long as, it's reciprocated. Like, as long as you're doing the same thing for me, then why not?
Well, I don't have a car, so you have to take me to the airport and you have to
Then,
pick
I mean,
me
it's
up.
just not possible. You got to be realistic. That's somebody walking all over you, and I'm not going to let that happen. But at the same time, you know, you kind of do what's within your scope, you know, whatever's comfortable for you. That's my take on that, pretty much.
What's your take on it, Pretty?
It's funny, this never enough syndrome is like a disease in our world today. You know, nothing is ever enough, right? We have all the instant gratification and all technology and everything is just, it's never enough. We want more and more and more because of the emptiness and the void that we're feeling inside, which can never be filled with things anyway. But I see through people. I have this gift. I've had it since I was very young. I see their real intention and the real, you know, what they really feel and think about me and what they want from me. So I'm very discerning that way, like very psychic and pierce through them. So I know what their agenda is immediately, and I distance myself. I don't like confrontation because I can get feisty too. So I'd rather not have the confrontation. I'd rather just do it in a graceful manner so that I don't even have to go there. Because ultimately, you know, when you start, you know, confrontation and you start getting to their level, it's poison for you, right? Your peace of mind is disturbed. It's not even about them anymore because you're getting all triggered and high and, you know, flighty, and it's not good for your nerves or your anxiety, you know. So you try to do it in a graceful way. You just, you know, because these things are very sensitive.
Yes, and
You have to be I think you have to be really vigilant about stuff like that. You have to really let people know, like, you know, this is what's going on. I'm noticing this, you know, I'm not able to take it to the airport like that. I'm busy. I have a life. You know, respect that. That's all. You know, sometimes a lot of people are afraid to kind of address things when it happens initially. You know, so the fact that that's happening means that it's happened before and you've ignored it and you felt some type of way, but you weren't ready to address it fully because you felt bad about helping someone that needs your help. But at the same time, it's like, okay, you need to kind of respect this. So you got to help people sometimes. You got to kind of walk them through, like, hey, you know, I don't really have it like that to be doing like that. You know, it doesn't seem like you're respecting that or reciprocating that at all. So I think that's what you have to do before you even get to the confrontational part.
well, I think the important thing from all of these personalities, and obviously there are many more, is one of the things you have hit on is be your authentic self. You know, a lot of us when we were younger, we didn't have a voice, we couldn't speak up. I mean, I had people walk all over me because I didn't have a voice, I couldn't speak up. I mean, didn't know how to say, I don't like what you just said to me. But as we get a little bit older, we learn, and as we do some spiritual work and inner work, we learn to get a voice. And I think the best thing to do is you deal with it privately, you talk to the person about whatever is going on, and if they can't deal with it, you distance them. You don't have to stop talking to them forever or whatever, but you know how much space you need to put between you and them. We're going to take a quick break, and when we come back, we're going to go to the topic of 5 things men want on a first date. Yeah!
It's Young John, the wicked producer.
Hey, yo, ma, whoop it. Hey, yo, ma, whoop it. No good information. The new radio, the new telly. Money, and Ufa. Baba. We the look bad day. To get this money today, but every night and day. Oya shakiti bobo, ó fẹ́ ra bẹ́tí bobo, ó fẹ́ ra fẹ́rí bobo, fly to Paris bobo. Oya shakiti bobo, ó fẹ́ ra bẹ́tí bobo, ó fẹ́ ra Ferrari bobo, fly to Paris bobo. Kò ní dá fún àwọn scrap yìí o, wọ́n lówó yahoo ló ẹ̀pù mi o, kí ni mo yá lọ́wọ́ yín gan kí lẹ́bù mi o, ọ̀gá nìyá mú dá ọ̀gá débílẹ̀ fún mi o. do my thing my way. Go ask your sister, na me they give me. Go read me na but when you give me, she feeling the nigga. Oh yeah, the nigga. I want to feel like oh baba, where they look bad to get this money today, but every night and day.
African Focus Show.
Welcome back to the African Focus Show Live. We are rocking the house with topics. 5 things men want on a first date. And my answer to that is the same thing they want on the 2nd, the 10th, the 15th date. There was an article that talked about 5 things that men want on a first date, and they were no sex, thank you,
Who
attention,
did they talk to?
Yeah.
What is this?
clear signals,
Where is
and
this coming
no
from?
drama. This was written by a guy, thank you.
Oh, Lord.
So, Mr. Nice, I want you to take the floor and tell us what
That's
you
not-
expect on a first date.
That's not accurate. All I say is I don't think it's 5. I mean, to me, it's just 1. Yeah, so I don't know about 5. And
What
I don't
do
know
you
what's
want
on
on
the 5 anyway. What's on the 5? Tell me what you
told
want.
you, no sex,
Uh-huh.
thank you. In other words, when I take you out, I, the guy, take you out for dinner, you say, make sure you say thank you. I, the guy, want you to focus on me, attention. I, the guy, want clear signals. So if you like him, give him clear signals, or if you don't like him, so if he wants to ask you out for a second date, he realizes. But
knows
if you
what's
don't give any signals, he can't tell if you like him, don't like him, should he ask you out, none. And last but not least, the guy asks, please, no drama.
Sounds a little narcissistic.
When was this taken? Like 1960 what?
No, it was done in 2015,
Oh, no.
unfortunately.
Hell, no, I don't think so. No. Nope. I don't think so.
So
A
tell
guy
me
takes
5
you out.
things you expect on a first
I
date.
don't have 5.
What
One.
is it?
What is it?
Sex. That's it.
First date.
Well, okay.
Not on the first.
Okay, seriously, do you have to have a time on it or something?
But the
is
first
it
date?
duration?
It
Like what?
for me, it
You
depends.
don't even know the person.
It depends on what are we doing? Is this like, did I just meet you through a friend? Am I seriously dating? Am I trying to get married? What's going on? How old am I? You know, what am I trying to do? So, but
You
on a
don't-
regular,
All
it
that married
depends.
stuff on the first date.
I know.
Then
But
why
let's
do you
say
think you deserve sex on the first date if you don't do the marriage stuff on the date?
I like I know how to poke Franny. I like
Oh
this.
my God, here we go.
I know how to poke Franny.
But some women, they're not really trying to do all that. They want a good time, and they're of marital age or whatever. They don't want to get married.
What's
They want
marital
to-
age?
That's when they're passing their
That's why I
prime.
put quotation
like
marks
when
around it.
But you have to have a number in your head. What's marital age?
She's trying to
it
see
depends
if
on
she
what we're-
is trying to see if you're actually describing her right now. So be careful now.
I'm just
Be
curious.
careful now.
To be honest with you, I mean, coming from a Nigerian perspective, there is a number that I'm thinking of, but then
What
from
is
my
that number?
perspective, I don't think
She's from Nigeria,
there's
too. You know
an
that?
age per se, but there's an age when there's an onset where it starts, where we start talking about, okay, now it's got to start thinking about marriage, and it's usually around the age of about 25 and up.
Aye.
Usually about 25
Franny, you
and up.
alright?
Who said I'm in that range?
You alright?
So, it all depends, you know what I'm saying, but it depends.
Next
what
time, just play the freak, bro. Because this girl right here,
Just curious.
she
Okay.
can get feisty in here.
I think every woman can. We all can.
Pretty.
Yeah.
What do you think guys want from you on a first date?
Well, if that's what they want, they're not getting it because I'm the boss, and I don't give you what you want. You need to be looking for genuine chemistry, genuine respect. That's what. You meet, you barely know each other, you really need to get to know each other, make sure you're on the same page, same vibration, because often there's such a gap there, and people just they're feeling lonely, or they got some deep
lot of
emotional
extra stuff
issues,
for
and
me.
they're just trying to fill something with wrong stuff, and for me, no love, no sex. So I'm sorry.
Franny, what do you think about that?
I agree with what she said. I mean, I think guys expect way too much on the first date.
Way too
Like,
much is what?
My buddy right here. you know, sex is such an intimate thing, and people rush into that, and then there's nothing left, you know?
Yeah.
Right.
And
It's such a precious thing. It really, for me,
Yeah.
it's very precious and sacred too.
and you start getting your sexual chemistry confused with the real chemistry.
true. And love.
You don't know if it's the sex that's
Absolutely.
making you feel that way or if you really do like that person. That's why I feel like all those questions and the marriage things, you got to make sure like you guys are really bone of your bone and flesh of your flesh by talking about things and getting to know each other. And sex just complicates things. So I think on the first date, you should really just be, you know, do something fun. It doesn't necessarily have to be a fancy date to Maestro's. You can go to a park, something that's going to make you guys real down to earth, get to know each other, see if you really vibe without all the sexual tension and all that pressure.
So when you do all that and you actually see that you guys are really vibing, there's good chemistry. What else is
Takes
what's
time.
It takes time. It takes months.
Go back home and take your clothes off with nice.
What else?
No, I've dated guys for 6 months and no kissing, no sex. I'm like, no, you know, I'm not feeling it yet. So.
Yeah, and the older you get, you
Look
want
at
you want
DJ's
more. You want more than that. You want more than that, you know, as a woman. And I think if a guy really likes you, he will wait.
Absolutely.
He'll wait if it's really that type of connection and it's not just physical.
And there are good guys out there.
Yes, they
Yeah,
are.
there's
Yes, they
a
are.
lot of good guys out there. That
DJ's
want
one of
sex
them.
on the first date.
But let me
There are
ask you,
good
do you
guys
even
out there
respect,
that
do you
want sex
respect
on the
women?
first date.
Do you respect women that would give it up to you on the first date?
Exactly.
Would
I'm
that
gonna
be your
honest with-
wife?
Can I answer that question?
Please
Because
do.
I'll be honest with you. I don't really.
What,
There
what
it
do you
is.
mean by you don't?
There it
I
is.
don't. If she
So-
on the first
so easy,
date,
so easy.
I don't even know her. I don't know who this
Cheapening
person
it,
is.
exactly.
Cheaper than it.
I'm not.
Totally
The thing is,
right.
the truth is, as a man, this is the honest truth. As a man, we naturally, especially if you're attractive,
How
we're
many
naturally
of
going
us
to
in
want
here
it on
been
the
to
first
Vegas?
date. That's just how we are. But it doesn't mean that it's right. It doesn't mean it's the right thing to do. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, if I meet a girl, she's really fine. Of course, I'm on one. You know, but if she actually agrees to that, I'm first I'm gonna be like.
Because men have
Like,
a lot
first
of
of all,
double
for real?
standards.
Yes.
Because
If we
they
sat out to
want
eat-
it and they want you to
Then-
give it to them.
then
But then
they'll
if
call
you
you-
do,
yeah.
they think, well, since she gave it to me that easily, she gives it to everybody
On the
else that
first
easily.
date.
What if she's
But they
actually
try and make
feeling
it out
you like
it's
that?
okay.
No.
You know what I think it is? We have to put things in different categories. If you are just looking for a quote unquote hookup, that's a different thing.
Yes.
If it's like we're just gonna go get something to eat and then we're going back to the bed, that's different
But
from.
see, I don't know.
Totally agree.
I don't know. But I think before you even go on the date,
you might
guys
want to
have
have
already
sex.
No.
I
You guys
hear where
have
you're
already
coming from.
started talking.
Too.
You guys have already started talking, and you know this person is the
what
type
they
of
want.
person that you really want to talk to and all that stuff. So the official date does not really. I don't know how you
can I-
have to
can I
like wait
piggyback?
90 days to validate that. Okay, this guy
there
is.
shouldn't be a
There's
time
not a
limit.
number. There's not a number of
I'm not
days.
saying
I
90.
think it's
like you guys are
based.
saying the first. Okay, if there shouldn't be a time limit, then obviously the first date
this is
shouldn't
the
be a
thing.
problem.
What
If-
are you
if-
looking forward to?
If
then?
you're dating somebody, let's say you're talking on the phone and you've been talking on the phone for like
Is
a
this
month
man-
or 2 months.
where is this
before
man
y'all
from?
Before you got on
Why
the date.
is he on
I'm
that
not-
side?
He isn't talking to anybody
Is
for
it
more
because
than
you're
10
sitting
minutes.
too?
No. I'm just saying.
Next time
Let's
you
say you're
gonna sit
talking.
over here,
No.
bro.
I'm about to make a point.
I need
Let's
some
say
support over
if
here.
I'm supporting you, but let me help you. Let me help you out because let's say you're talking on the phone with a girl for like a month or 2 months before y'all actually go on the first date. Let's say you guys have already built a connection already, because I've been in a situation where you build a connection with someone, and then you get on the date, and then the chemistry is flowing, and let's say y'all met up at like 5, 6, but the sun was already down by like 7.
Talk to me,
So
bro.
and then the other little factors like alcohol, things like that kind of loosen things up for both people.
Talk to me.
So if the connection is there, I've been in situations where if people didn't have a certain level of restraint, it would go there early because you're mentally already there with that person
In actual sense,
on the first date.
No, okay, wait. In actual sense, it could happen, but you have to exercise some restraint in the mind and all that stuff. Right?
Yes.
You know her though already, so it's different. But you don't really know her, if that makes any sense. Like because it's a blind date.
Yes.
Meeting up with somebody, then you get it on the first date. That is crazy.
Yeah.
But then we were talking on the phone
That
for
is
about a week.
crazy.
It's not gonna happen. And any girl that you're seriously trying to talk to for real, that's of value, that you seriously want to talk to, if she's giving it to you up on the first day, that's what she is. That's what your relationship is going to be.
At least that's what you think she is.
You missed out on a very good girl, man. I'm telling you, that shouldn't be
on the first day.
Well, not a good girl. There are exceptions. There are exceptions to the rule. There are people who have gotten married, and they did have sex on the first day.
Yeah.
There's been surveys and things
yeah.
about it. But as a rule, men have double standards. They like the chick with the skirt up on her and her cut down to her and that's what they like, and they want to go to bed right away. But then when they want a wife, they want somebody different.
Right.
And you know, they want you to give it up right away.
I don't know if I like that chick though.
What man on this planet
I don't know if I
wants to
like that chick.
wants to waste time? Okay,
It depends
I
on what
have to
space you're
spend the
in.
time to get, I see you in maybe in a freaking grocery store, I get your number, we start talking, we texting, we exchanging pictures and all that stuff.
Pictures? What kind of pictures? Wait a minute.
All of a sudden, we set up a date.
Can we go back to the picture?
Wait, here it is. We're getting close to wrap time, so I want everybody to give me their last version. And this is what aggravates me about this generation. You meet a guy, and within 10 minutes, ladies, you send him a pretty naked or close to naked picture.
Oh, no, it doesn't have
what
to
you're
be
saying
naked.
is, this is
It's a
all I have
picture.
to offer.
I mean,
here it is.
Right.
And I need the women to pull back on that stuff.
Absolutely.
Let them work for it.
Well,
Let
Nicole,
them work for it.
I'm
DJ, give me your
sorry.
last thought.
I'm sorry you're in the minority on that one. It ain't gonna happen, okay? Information these days, you need it yesterday, not tomorrow. You need it like yesterday.
You need to see her naked right away. You need to see her naked right away.
No, it doesn't have to be naked, but you need a picture of her.
A picture, yes.
Oh, she's getting ready for work. She snap you a picture, stuff like that. You know. But seriously, on a more serious note, no guy out there. I mean, I don't care who it is. You give it to them on the first day and they're gonna decline it. No, they're not gonna decline it. So I'm sorry. Whoever wrote that.
Well, you're not offering. He said he wants it, but he wants you to say no.
Yeah.
Franny, talk to me. We're running out of time.
I think in this generation, when you move too fast, things don't last. Take your time. There's no harm in taking your time, but there's definitely harm in moving too fast.
Wow.
Proceed with caution. And honestly, if you want it on the first date, you better be bringing a Mercedes-Benz to my door.
That's
You know
right.
what I'm saying?
He can bring a Maserati.
All right, then now we're talking. But
see?
you gotta put in some work before you get. You gotta give to get.
Talk to me, brother.
Give
Talk
to
to me.
get.
Can I just add?
Yes.
You don't want.
Wrap it
And
up.
I wouldn't want. You wouldn't want to enable people to do things so that they can get on the first
That's
day.
true.
So that's just going to put that out there. That's one. Two. It depends on what space you're in. When I broke up with my girlfriend and I went through my little hoe phase because I was hurt, and I was not trying to have a discussion about second, third date. That wasn't my mind frame.
You
But
were in
then-
your hoe phase.
I was in my
I
hoe
can
phase.
help you with that, bro.
But
Next
then-
time, just holler at me.
Yeah.
Okay.
But then when I pulled out of the whole phase, then, I was looking for something more substantial, so I wasn't looking for a second.
Let's have the last word
You
on it.
really need to get to know the person. For me, sex is sacred and precious. Honor it. Honor yourself. Have self-respect. The good men are out there. Make sure you give to somebody who deserves it.
That's a good man.
It's time for us to say so long this week. We want you to follow us on Facebook and on Twitter at AfricanFocusShow.com. Follow us on Instagram. We're going to say goodbye to the people from DJ Nice, Franny, Inye, and Pretty. On behalf of Uchenna and Noma, our producers, thank you so much. We wish you a week of success, prosperity, abundance, and health. Tell your friends about us. Come back to us next week. We love you. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye.
African Focus. African Focus Show.
Yo, Jeff Shalom, no.
Yeah, man, then I'm just saying that to be there.
Any right place, rum, you can't done, beach. Just come through, come through.
All right, me there.
Yeah, man. We are having our wet fest, right? Yeah, let me go.